Hello and welcome to Philm Phuckery, the unhinged podcast where I romanticize the villains, ship anything with queer tension, and obsess over films that are either genius or deeply cursed, sometimes both. I'm your host, Spencer Jones, and for this season, I am breaking my 23-year streak of having not seen Star Wars. And this week I'm joined by my brother, John, as we talk about The Return of the Jedi, episode 6 of Star Wars, which I keep thinking is The Last Jedi. There's two movies. One of them is Return of the Jedi. One of them is The Last Jedi. So yesterday I was watching this movie, taking notes in preparation. I looked up how old Princess Leia is in The Last Jedi. And it was like 63. And I was like, the fuck she is. It was the wrong movie. Anyway, hello and welcome.
Hello. Hoping to maybe learn today some things about Star Wars, like the skincare routine to look like that at 63.
I know, right?
That's remarkable work.
We all strive for Carrie Fisher's skincare routine.
Yes. So I watched the movie as well. So since we've both watched it, we are in a position to speak on it.
This is true. You watched, like recaps of the first two?
Yeah, I wasn't going to tell on myself because my mother might be watching this. And
she's not.
She's
I
a
promise.
big fan. So I did have to watch recaps of the 3 original movies, including the one I watched. Then I started watching the actual movie, and I didn't realize until I was like an hour into it that there were 2 hours left. Incredibly long movie.
The longest movie I've ever seen. The first time I was watching it with my cousin. I swear we were like almost done with the movie and we were planning on, I think, getting coffee after or whatever. And she was like, well, how much is left of the movie? I paused it, 1 hour and 30 minutes. And I was like, I swear to God, the movie's almost over.
No joke.
It holds you hostage like the lotus flowers.
That's a reference.
That's from the Percy Jackson movie.
Percy Jackson
You
reference.
should watch it if you haven't. Anyway. Okay. As usual, we'll be talking about the villain effectiveness, the gay undertones, the logic, the technicalities, and of course, the most chaotic moment. So let's get into it. The villains. Do you have anything you want to say?
Yeah, I would say that Darth Vader was a villain for most of it. I think that's pretty obvious.
I think that's true.
Too.
Yeah. I would say Jabba the Hutt's a little bit of a villain.
Oh, for sure. Jabba the Hutt's right underneath as far as tiers of villain. You go a little bit beneath the surface there, and I'm hoping that you didn't put this on your list so I sound smart, but C-3PO.
I did not put it on my list.
Yeah, I think that neutrality in the face of overwhelming fascism makes you part of the fascist movement, and C-3PO is like, oh, it wouldn't be proper.
You're actually so
I can't
right.
pretend to be a deity.
And then immediately when he's transferred over to Jabba the Hutt, he's like, my great lord Jabba the Hutt.
Yep, immediately.
Yeah, you're actually so right.
Despite having no survival instincts, he has pretty good survival instincts.
It's his programming. He's not a person. It's not his fault.
I guess.
But also, you're so right. Neutrality is not a good thing.
There's
especially right now. Let's not talk about it, but I'm just saying.
Especially right now.
Neutrality's bad. Be on a side and be on the right side, okay? That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, I didn't write too much about the villains. I feel like they're pretty straightforward. Emperor Palpatine is officially introduced in this one.
Okay.
In number 5, the one right before this, Empire Strikes Back, he was like a hologram, and he was like, Luke is your son, search your feelings. And Darth Vader was like, yeah, I guess. But then in this one, he's like actually introduced, and he's the Emperor, and I wrote down that I really like the way that he talks. I think it's really funny. The way he uses his voice and the way that his mouth moves. You know when he's first walking in and it's like his hood is covered and you can only see his mouth and he's like, the power. And he's like moving his mouth really dramatically. I love it. The power.
The power. Let the hate flow through you.
Search your feelings. Anyway, speaking of searching your feelings, I really like that Luke and Darth Vader have this like force connection where they can feel each other. That was a really cool thing to add. And when Luke, I mean, I guess it's not really a villain, but when Luke was on the ship and he was like, oh my God, Vader's on the Death Star. I shouldn't be here. I've compromised the mission.
Right.
And Vader's like, I know Luke's on that, but let's just let him through.
He kept wanting to not be the homing beacon, but then kept being the homing beacon.
And then he literally was. And then he's like, I'm just going to go to him anyway. And Leia was like, why don't you just go away? Anyway, I do like that Darth Vader gets a redemption arc in this one, but I also feel like, I mean, I'm just a hater of these movies, and I wish I wasn't. I so desperately want to like Star Wars, and I just can't.
You can always lie.
I could lie, but right now I'm not. So,
not to your audience.
No, never. I would never lie to you.
Not to the PPs, the Philm Phuckeries.
The PP. That's official. Those are my fans, the PPs. It's just me and my PPs against the world.
My PPs.
Anyway, what was I saying?
That you don't lie to your peepees. And you
I
don't
would
like
never lie to my peepee. And so Darth Vader gets a redemption arc, but I also feel like having watched 3 movies that all feel so incredibly long, I feel like only 4 things happened in those movies, and they did not need to be 3 movies long, respectfully. I think I'm just used to the Marvel movies where so much is happening, and I'm so used to always being stimulated. But I just feel like these movies don't really offer too much. So Darth Vader's redemption, like, it didn't really feel like a full arc, I guess. And I think that I'll see more of his, like, with his backstory, it'll feel more like an arc. But I don't know. It just felt so quick. And then it was like, he saves Luke and then he immediately dies.
Right. I think that you saying you don't like the Star Wars movie is going to make your mom sad.
Yeah.
And then you saying maybe when I watch the prequels and the other movies, I'll get a better backstory of Anakin. She's going to be even more mad.
She's going to be so mad because she hates those movies.
It will not make a redemption for you and your parent.
I will have no redemption arc. I've officially turned to the dark side.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And
well, that's where mom is. So I feel like you don't really. She's always been a Vader stan.
I know, but I think that being a Vader stan and her hating Anakin, I think will turn me to the dark side of the dark side. I don't know.
Oh, you're like anti-dark side.
So maybe I'm with the Force. What is the other one? The Rebellion?
The Rebellion.
The Alliance.
The Alliance.
Whatever. I really like that Emperor Palpatine has his own fancy lightning powers that no one else has.
Yeah, they just dropped that.
They were like, this would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lightsabers this whole time. Oh, no, I don't have my lightsaber. And then he's like, by the way. Psst.
He's like, also, I have lightning. Like, I don't even think he has a lightsaber. He might.
Yeah.
I guess I'll find out in the first
Lord
three.
Palpatine?
Emperor Palpatine is what I've heard people call him.
For sure. I just call him Zuko.
Zuko doesn't have...
Yeah, he does eventually. Oh,
I
no,
mean,
Azula does.
Azula.
And Zuko can control it when he's like, he can redirect it through his stomach, right? This is for sure what we need to be talking about. My bad.
No, actually, I was going to bring up Avatar later.
No way.
I was. Since we're talking about Avatar, did you know that Mark Hamill, the person who plays Luke Skywalker, is Fire Lord Ozai?
Oh, this whole time.
Yeah, and I think I knew that, but I was also like, I don't give a fuck about Star Wars. But then I was reminded. Anyway, so he plays Fire Lord Ozai, which I think is interesting.
That's dope.
We're not talking about that, though. We are talking about Star Wars.
Right.
I wish we could talk about Avatar. That'd be so much better. I don't know why I did
this
this
to myself. The Return of the Avatar.
Oh, God, it'd be so good. I forced myself to watch these movies, and I didn't have to. So only me to blame. Anyway, that's all I have to say about the villains. I feel like they're pretty straightforward. They're villains.
Yeah,
and
they're just bad.
Vader becomes not a villain.
And then, right. So Vader probably less so than C-3PO because C-3PO never makes it better. He just is forced to and then kind of hates it.
I agree.
Whereas Vader is like, you have saved me. No, I have to, remember I have to save you.
Yeah.
You already have.
True.
Shit was dope.
I do like that he also had like a soft place in his heart for Luke. That's what turned him.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you don't understand how powerful the dark side is.
Right. But not powerful enough to
Not
stop
powerful enough
family.
for the father-son.
The already complicated dynamic.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to the gay undertones. Speaking of C-3PO, have you watched the other episodes that I've done with our mother?
Yes.
So C-3PO and R2-D2 are a married couple.
Okay.
Do you agree or no?
Well, the way that they bicker but they stay together is absolutely like a married couple. Yeah. And in marriages, as in all relationships, it's about the work you put into it. It's not about it being perfect all the time.
This is true.
If what you seek is perfection, you will find only sadness. The two of them, I think, have a very good relationship, even though one of them is a psychopath.
And is R2-D2?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So R2-D2 is a psychopath and C-3PO is a sociopath.
Yes, exactly.
He just doesn't feel anything for anyone but himself. You need that combination.
I think so. I think
Power
that's the best
couples
combination.
Both have something that you can pathologize.
Exactly.
Heavily. Okay.
Exactly. I think R2-D2 is the psychopath because he's like, I'm going to do whatever I want.
Right.
And let's do the most dangerous things.
He's
and
totally
C-3PO
crazy.
was like I mean, I
blows himself
guess.
up and like dropping drinks everywhere.
Yeah. So C-3PO and R2-D2, I've written down specific moments in which I'm like, they're so in love with each other.
Okay.
And mostly it's C-3PO and the way he reacts to R2-D2 because we can't hear what R2-D2 is saying.
Oh, you really can't get you can get the feeling from the whistles.
And from what people like, you know when Chewie says something and they'll like respond and be like, oh, and Chewbacca?
No, I know. I'm trying to picture all the people that you're saying.
So
he's chewing.
He'll like say something.
And
then exactly. And then Han will be like, what is that, Chewie? And then he'll like respond by repeating the thing that Chewie said. Yeah. So I feel like that's what C-3PO does with R2-D2 a lot.
Right.
Anyway, here are the moments. So the droids get gifted to Jabba the Hutt, and C-3PO is like, okay, I guess this is my new master.
Right.
And he feels like fine about it, I guess. And he's like, okay, I'll be the translator. But then they take him away from R2-D2, and he's like, I mean, I'm fine with all of this, but now you're taking me from R2-D2, and I don't want
leave
that.
me R2.
Yes, exactly. He just didn't want to leave his side.
Yeah.
So also, when he sees R2-D2 carrying the drinks on the ship, he's fine being on the ship. He's like, this is what I'm doing now. But he's like, R2, you're on the ship. I'm so worried about you. Like, this is dangerous. I don't want you on here. He's like, we could both die. And he's so unworried about him being there. But he's like, R2, you can't be here. He just doesn't want
that is like the
him
only
to be in
selfless
danger.
scene. I need to rewatch it because even with the scene where he's being taken away, he says, don't leave me R2. I think he's like, priority number one is his own survival.
Always.
And then priority number two is his attachment issues.
Exactly.
So
and all about him.
Yeah.
Also, when C-3PO is like, I can't pretend to be a god, and then Luke is like, just do it. And then Luke lifts him up.
Yeah.
He's like, Luke, put me down.
Yeah.
And then when he doesn't, he's like, R2, R2.
Oh,
and he's
does
like
he
calling
say
for
that?
R2-D2.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he thinks he's dying.
He's like, please, yes, I love you,
Slowly
please.
floating around is the
help me.
scariest thing he's experienced after all 3 movies.
True. Oh my God, yeah. Oh, put me down, please.
My kids would lose their shit if I could pick them up like that. They'd
That
be
would
so
be
happy.
so cool. I think everybody would.
Most
C-3PO
people.
is the only one who's
He's
like, oh my
literally
God.
He's like a prude for experiences.
Honestly, he's a prude just in general.
In
I described him
general.
as very British.
Yeah.
I think in
yeah.
one of the last episodes. And I think he
Sorry,
just
Brit.
is. I wish you were real.
I wish you were real.
It's not that important. Let's not
It's
tangent.
like Australia. Just made up.
Australia is so cool. I wish it was real. Yeah. Oh, yes. And then also when R2-D2 was like, let's surrender. You know when they're all being ambushed before they blow up the thing and they're in the back and C-3PO is like, okay, we surrender. R2-D2, I don't think this is a good idea. But he just like blindly follows whatever R2 says.
Yeah.
He trusts him.
And then when they escape into the woods and R2 goes back, don't be a hero.
Yes.
He's like, yeah.
Exactly.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, don't leave me. And then, yeah, when R2 is going to plug in the thing to open the thing,
yeah.
and he's like, no, don't leave. Don't be a hero.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
oh my God, wait, I'll go with you. If you're going to
then
go
he goes
anyway.
With him, then he
Yeah.
goes with him.
That's all I have for C-3PO and R2-D2. But I'm also a firm believer that Han and Chewie are a little bit gay for each other.
Yeah,
just
I
slightly.
saw that when you were talking to our shared spawn point. I think that they would be, except for I saw a theory that I couldn't get out of my mind on the internet where Chewie found a stray human.
That's cute.
Because Chewie is a very intelligent being. And when Obi-Wan first sees them, he's like, addresses Chewie and then talks to the human the way
Aw.
that you would if you were to talk to me and my dog Max.
I
You'd
see.
be like, hey, how's it going? Oh, this is your dog. But he's like loyal to this little stray
yeah.
and follows him around. And because like he owes them, they owe each other their lives now. So
It's kind of like, I mean, you don't have cats, but I don't know if you've heard this. A cat can either see you as its parent or as its dumb little child. And so when cats like bring you things from outside, they'll bring like lizards. My cat brings in dead birds. It's really fucking awful.
'Cause you can't
But
hunt.
she's like, oh, you stupid little baby.
yeah,
You
yeah.
come home and you don't bring anything
Yeah.
home. So I will bring you this dead bird.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Because you have never hunted. Your
'Cause
claws
you-
are weak.
Yes. Every time you come home, you bring nothing
Your
to the
teeth,
table.
Whack. You're stalking. Whack.
Exactly.
Me?
Me, I got birds for
I
you.
got birds.
You dumb, sweet human. So yeah, that's actually really cute.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, same.
Well, with that in mind, I think this just makes these a lot cuter. But
Did you have notes about their queer?
I did. They're very brief. But one
Okay.
of them is that they're in like the war room, I guess is what I'm going to call it. They're talking about the Death Star. It's on the hologram. Luke comes in and he's like, I'll be a part of your team on the mission. And they're all saying hi to Luke. And Chewie comes up and he like puts his hand on Han's shoulder, which I thought was very cute. But that's actually more like, oh, my little dog.
It's more like now.
That's
Now
so
you have
cute.
it in your head.
Yeah, I love it. The one that I did
Good
write
pup.
down that is different than that, this one feels very gay to me.
As most things do.
As everything does. I just want everything to be gay. The world would be a better place.
Gay glasses.
I do. Anyway, okay, so Han gets captured after he gets released from the freeze.
Yes.
And he's blind. And he gets thrown into the dungeon with Chewie. And Chewie goes, ugh, or something like that. And Han goes, Chewie?
Yeah.
He's blind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because he can't
And-
see yet. Yeah.
And
yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
that they've lived in close quarters for a really long time.
But the fact that all he heard was a grunt.
But
and
he
was
heard
like,
one grunt and he
he
was
was
like, Chewie?
Yeah, yeah.
If my roommate made a sound, I live with my roommate and her boyfriend. I guess they're both my roommates.
They're both roommates now.
Anyway, if one of them grunted, I would not know which
You
one
wouldn't
it was.
know.
No.
But I am going to just take a wild guess based on your history and trauma that if they were to walk down the hall, you would know whose footsteps they were.
I might. At this
But
point,
not the grunt. I'm throwing us off. We need to be more medicated than we are.
I really should be medicated. Yeah. My God. Actually, I am on medication, but then I got a new. Let's not. Never mind. Anyway, those are all the gay undertones I have.
So queer.
So queer.
I think the movie being 3 hours long is a little gay.
It is kind of, right? Men
It's
just doing a bunch of stuff.
men just doing a bunch of stuff. And like, it's giving, I see a little silhouette of a man. And then switches to another little part of a song. And switches to another little part of a song. And then everybody loves it forever.
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury was gay.
Freddie Mercury was gay.
I don't know if you knew that.
I did know that.
Okay, I would hope that you did.
Yeah.
And
He was
he's the one
bi.
who's saying,
Actually,
okay, bi. Queer.
don't erase.
Bi erasure is not okay. Not
It's
in
not okay.
2026.
No, sir.
So umbrella queer.
Yep.
My bad.
Yeah, it is your bad.
Good job.
Anyway, moving on to the logicals.
Yes.
Okay, so I know you didn't watch the last one, but the movie before this, Empire Strikes Back, it ends with Lando. Do you know who that is? Was he in the recap?
Yeah, he was in the recap.
Okay, so it's Lando and Chewie on the Millennium Falcon on their way to go get Han, who's been frozen.
In carbonite.
In carbonite. I keep wanting to be like cryogenically frozen. Not true. It starts with a C.
That's a modern term, I think.
I think so, yeah. They didn't know that back in the 80s. Anyway, and Leia and Luke he's getting his hand fixed, and they're like hugging each other on a different ship.
Oh.
So then the beginning credits of this movie is that Luke has returned to Tatooine, which is where Jabba is, and he's going to go get Han. But like that's not how the movie before ended.
Oh.
And I feel like that is a huge plot hole. Like, it doesn't describe it in the beginning credits. And it also, like, they just show up. And so Lando's already there. But, like, I don't know how he shows up there. And then I think Leia is the bounty hunter who brings Chewie in, is what I've understood.
Right.
But wouldn't it make more sense that if Chewie and Lando were together, Lando would be the bounty hunter?
Oh.
Like, how is he already in Jabba the Hutt's presence?
But just hiding.
And he's just, like, hiding. And we're like,
know.
oh, Lando's here now.
Yeah. Just
And then
pops up.
where did Leia come from?
Yeah, there are some fillers like that. That's a good, that's like an overarching plot hole for someone who's actually watched all of them and not just the 4-minute recaps. Though I did gain a lot from the 4-minute recaps.
That is good. Because you know why?
Because
nothing happens in any of the movies. When I describe,
Sorry, Mom.
literally, I'm happy she's happy. But when I describe episode 5, I'm like, okay, so Luke trains to be a Jedi with Yoda.
Yeah.
And then he fights Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And then he loses his hand.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 things that
It's
happen.
like that is the movie. Like,
Yeah.
you just thank you for all that budget that you blew on drawing pictures and having CGI
Yes.
and claymation.
Literally, oh my God. I wrote down the budgets for those movies, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah. We'll get back to it.
Oh, that'll be when we talk about the other stuff. But the plot holes, sorry. There was like a couple of times, and I should have written them down, where like they kind of cover it like, oh, they got caught in a thing. It's like, couldn't he just like get his lightsaber with his power? But it's stuck in his pocket instead. So it makes sense that he can't move a rope with his mind powers. Like, okay, and then R2 just goes, zzz, and then they're out. So it's not like really that much of a hole.
Right.
And then every single time that they have a translation issue, C-3PO is either out of commission or they write him to be a fucking enemy or like waking up.
Yeah.
So I don't know, just little things like that where they just kind of are like filming it and they're like, okay, wait, no, we need you to not be able to do that for just a few seconds so we can make this movie 3 hours.
That's true. It's like, it's a lot of very minor problems that are solved so quickly that it's like, I didn't see them as a problem at all.
That's why, I didn't write them down because you wait 3 minutes and then the problem goes away.
Right. I just like the entire movie. And maybe it's also because I know that there are more movies and that they don't die, but I just like, I'm not afraid for any of them.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was kind of shocking that Darth Vader died. I felt like he was in it more, but I guess it does make sense.
Okay.
That Palpatine and Darth Vader both die. But that's just like how movies go.
Right.
I don't know what the difference is though, because when I watch, I mean, I guess Marvel movies, they do kill people.
They do.
Yeah, so that's different. You're like, they kill main characters.
It's a difficult choice, and then all of a sudden they do it anyway.
Yeah.
And then people die. Well, a bunch of people died by
Yeah,
bad
I feel like
guys.
the stakes are higher.
Stakes are higher.
Because you know that they'll kill main characters.
Yeah, and like be gone. Well,
yeah.
Except for RDJ. My boy's coming back, but as someone
and
else.
Loki. I mean, Loki comes back.
Can Loki die?
Loki is dead.
Loki's dead?
But the show is like a separate thing.
What?
He died in Infinity War, remember?
No.
Thanos like crushes his throat.
And he doesn't come back?
No.
Oh, because he wasn't snapped out of existence. He was straight up killed.
He was dead.
And they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, so Thor lost everyone. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's rough.
And Loki comes back, but it's like the past Loki who gets put into the time variance thing.
Yeah, for sure. It's interesting. We should have watched those movies. Just kidding.
Oh, God, I wish. I'm going to go back to them
You should
after
do
Star Wars.
episodes of
Why did
Marvel
I do
again.
this? I'm gonna. Anyway. Oh my God. Okay, so the logic holes. Well, I put 2 bullet holes in bullet holes. Oh my God. Blah blah. I put 2 bullet points in one when I was talking. So I'm trying to figure out where I am. Okay, so this part was so funny to me when Yoda's dying and he's like, Luke, and then he says something, and then he's like, Luke, and Luke's like, yes. And then he says something else, and he's like, Luke. And he says something else. You know what I mean? Like, boy, he's got your attention.
Right.
He's not going anywhere. You're currently dying. And he's like, one more thing.
A really poorly programmed protocol for communication.
Right?
Acknowledge. It's like, okay, here's my text. Acknowledge. Okay, here's my message again.
Acknowledge.
Bro,
but Luke is like, what?
You don't have the bandwidth for this, my homie.
No,
Just
I'm
send
looking
one
at you
packet and just
dying.
hope
Literally,
you're best.
you're wasting your time and your breath
Yeah.
saying Luke's name when he's not going anywhere and he's looking at you. He says it 4 times.
If they were to edit it where Luke is like keeps being ADHD and walking away.
Honestly,
Luke.
Oh, right. Sorry.
And they tell something. Okay, gotta go.
And
do
he
the
like
dishes.
looks away. He's like, "Oh, that looks good. I'm
Yeah,
hungry." And
shiny.
he's like, "Luke, oh, okay." And the only time where it makes sense is like Luke is lost in thought, and he's like Luke, and he brings him back.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But
yeah.
twice could have been fine. He says it 4 times.
Did you actually count?
Luke. Yes, because it was so funny to me. He kept doing it. Luke.
You have to work on that.
I know. I gotta work on all of them. I was watching this with my cousin for the first time. I already said that, but I was. For the first time I was watching this, I kept like repeating the sounds that they were all making.
On
because
purpose or on accident?
No, just ADHD probably.
Okay, yeah.
And she was like,
Little
I would
echolalia.
watch this movie with just you doing all the sound effects. And I was like, oh my
Damn.
God, yeah.
You should. Yeah, that should be your next episode. It's
I
just
think
3 hours
so.
of you going.
It's 3 hours. I don't know what that is.
Do it.
Wait, Chewy.
You have to growl. That's a good
I
one.
can't.
Okay. It's like rolling your R at the back of your throat.
No, that's like Perry the Platypus.
Just
Just a
It's a
platypus.
platypus.
Perry the Platypus. Anyway. Okay. Oh, this is just a very, very minor thing, but I was really wondering who keeps coming in Jabba the Hutt's mouth.
I was not in the headspace to be ready for that one. Oh, I got
I was hoping to catch you off guard.
I got
with that one.
blindsided. I don't know, but
I think it's just
It's
meant
a
to make
lot.
him look like a fat, stinky, ugly guy.
Yeah,
And he's like
yeah.
gross.
Which it's 2026. Taking shots to the faces doesn't make you gross necessarily. Leaving it there does.
Leaving it there does.
And killing your mandatory forced prostitutes are like
Correct.
Trafficking women is probably bad.
Probably?
Actually, no. Well, no. I think it's not. If you have a whole bunch of money, then it's just fine. And nothing ever happens about it.
Apparently. Is
And
it,
also-
well, morally not fine.
Morally
but
not fine.
apparently,
Morally not fine. We agree.
Legally.
Legally fine. Well, you know what? Actually, I'm wrong. I said trafficking women. They were trafficking children. So maybe they get around it that way. I'm so jaded. I'm so mad.
I'm so mad.
We're so mad. Don't be neutral.
You can't be neutral. If you're neutral, you're wrong.
Think about it. Fuck. All right, my bad. Yeah, he's got someone's kids dripping.
Yep.
And he's just chilling, being gross. His nostrils are way off center.
They are.
Yeah, like
which,
bad.
you know.
It makes sense. I know they're trying to make him gross.
Yeah.
But like that
But
was.
he's got like one scene, he's got snot dripping into his mouth, and then he's got cum on his face, and I'm like,
yeah. Just some cummies.
buddy,
Does he eat people? He just eats those little tiny animals, right? That's all he eats.
does he eat animals?
Yeah, he eats animals. He's
Did I
got this
not
little-
notice that?
Yeah, he literally reaches out and like a frog-like creature goes, and then he eats it, and then he uses his hand like a toad. I think he's inspired by one of those like really fat toads.
That's so funny. He probably is. I did not notice that.
Yeah.
But he is smoking hookah. I did notice that.
He is smoking hookah, or whatever they call it in that timeline, and that's
On
fine.
Tatooine.
You know, I worked at a hookah lounge.
I did know that. I know that because our mom was very upset about it and
She's
said it
fine.
all the time.
She'll live.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Jabba, when he captures Leia and she is on like a leash basically with the chain, but then she kills him with the chain.
Oh, around his neck.
Yeah, so girl power. Killing your
That was
captor
girl
with
power.
the thing you're held
With
captive
the
with.
oh,
So good.
Yeah, that's
Very girl
deep, that's
power.
deep.
And like in a bikini basically, which I'm a little bit upset. She was 26 when filming this. I thought she was a teenager at first, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
come on, guys.
It's her skincare routine.
It is her skin. No, she's actually 60. My bad. So at first I was like, come on. But she is an adult, so I'll allow it.
She's
but also,
full-grown.
I just like hate when people sexualize women, but I love that she is so badass and girl power in a bikini.
Yes.
That is empowering.
There's a couple of layers here. One, Jabba sexualized her, so we hate Jabba.
Correct.
But someone wrote and directed Jabba, so
Yeah.
they chose to make him choose to sexualize it.
Correct.
So-
But I do appreciate that everyone can see him as disgusting because he's sexualizing a
For
woman.
sure. And then after she gets out of his captivity, she's like fully dressed. Like
Right.
her decisions and the writer who writes her decisions
Yes.
are dignified.
I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was grossed out about it, and then I was like, okay, they wrote it correctly because she can still be badass in this.
Oh, no matter what she's
Bikini.
wearing, no matter how people are looking and perceiving her,
Right.
she is still her.
She is still her independent person who
Uh-huh.
can do her own
Uh-huh.
things and kill her own captor.
Entire human with
Yeah.
muscles that
Yes.
are small but mighty.
Exactly. Yeah. She's
Like she
what is
wasn't
it called?
particularly swole, but she was able
No.
to kill a big fat piggy guy.
Which is tough.
That's
It's
tough.
hard to choke someone.
I can't imagine even like a regular animal creature,
Yeah.
mammal, but I don't know what the fuck Jabba is. He's shaped like he's not meant to be choked ever.
Yeah, and like where's his throat? Like she just
None
guessed.
of it. She
yeah.
just pull
It's
hard
like
enough.
his esophagus is way in the back of all that blubber.
It's just imagine like one of those big beanbag pillows, like a love sack.
Yeah.
And then in the middle, inside, deep inside, you put like a tiny water balloon.
Yes.
And it's like pop that water balloon. Like
There's no way. Yeah.
It just stays safe.
Yeah. She's a sleeper build. That's what I was trying to remember.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's what it is.
Dude, she probably benches twice as much as me.
She does.
That's so sick.
Yep. I knew it.
I got mad respect for that.
That's why she looks so good at 60. What else? Oh, yeah. Okay. So in the last few episodes, which you watched and our mother also watched because she was in them. In those episodes, I had a problem with the way that they kept saying that Anakin is dead.
Yeah.
Because Darth Vader is Anakin.
You did mention that.
I was like very upset by it. I was like, it's not clever. You're just lying
The
to me.
third movie addresses it, doesn't it?
It does. That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good. I'm glad that you were paying attention. So, yeah, Obi comes back as a ghost and he is like, what happens?
What does
happen?
happen?
My God. I'm just forgetting.
Obi comes back as a ghost.
Obi comes back as a ghost and Luke is like, you lied to me because Anakin is not dead. He's my father. And he's like, well, Anakin did die because Vader is more machine than he is person, which is what our mother said. But I was like, I just am not buying it. But it is
machine than person is what he said? I thought he meant because of the dark side shit. He literally just meant because of the ship of Theseus problem. Like, that's all he meant.
I think it's both.
Okay.
Because when you turn to the dark side, he was still Anakin, but the more he became into the dark side and the more machine he became, the more Vader he is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that you brought up the ship of Theseus, though, because I was also thinking of that while I was watching it.
Really?
I was like, yeah, because at what point does the ship of Theseus become not the ship of Theseus, you know?
Absolutely.
And that's also in WandaVision.
It is in WandaVision.
Everything comes back to Marvel.
Marvel at that.
Oh, okay, so you are an engineer, and I know that this isn't what you do for a living, but how do you think one would build something in space?
Oh, yeah. So I don't work in space, but I do work in aerospace. And aviation is all the stuff we build is built on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I have helped work on some of the most complicated machinery on the planet. Actually, the most complicated machinery on the planet, because the most complicated machinery ever built is not on the planet, the ISS. So that's probably going to be how we address this.
Okay.
They build a lot of it on the ground,
Mhm.
launch it up, and then sometimes they'll make material launches,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll build stuff up there. But you don't have all the equipment, obviously. They once sent a 3D printed file of a wrench up there, which is probably more for the clickbait than anything. So they'll do stuff like that. But if you're like, oh, I've got like these really specialist tools with like this, they have to get things certified. They're tools that make things happen in aerospace. You have to go and bring that tool in and someone make sure that you're within alignment. So all of that equipment is heavy, and it's like $1,000 a kilo to get things into space, at least Earth times.
Yeah.
But if it's Star Wars, people like at a bar will be like, hey, can you take me to another planet? Faster than a centipede. You have to watch those. I'm sorry. That's a reference to something you absolutely have to watch. It's kid history or something. Kid movies, kid something.
Oh my God, Kid History? I used to watch that.
Kid history, but like with movies. They have a Star Wars one where
Oh my
they're acting
God.
out Star Wars and little kids are talking it.
That's so good. What were we talking about?
Well, so we were talking about how do you get
How do you
things
build
in
it?
space.
Yeah, because they're building the Death Star, and like half of it is built around, and there's just like things.
They just, in that
Do you think they
universe,
go
they
out
just
in
ship in a bunch of
spaceships?
material, yeah.
Yeah, but
They
they go
probably-
out in like space suits and they just build
That's a really
it
good point.
around.
No, that's such a good point.
'Cause
Like,
I don't
the
see any of them
catwalk.
have
What do they call it?
spacesuits.
It's not the catwalk, the spacewalk, where you put on the suit and you go outside and then you
Yeah.
go back inside.
But they're all like on the ship too. I just like
Do we
maybe
know?
they don't need air the way that we do.
Do we know that every alien race needs air
No, we don't.
in Star Wars? Because I mean, there's like the Force and lightsabers. None of that makes fucking sense. So they could maybe make a species that they've either enslaved or paid well that can just crawl around and do it. I don't know. It's not a plot hole, I don't think.
I don't think it's a plot hole. I just was interested because I just don't understand how that works. That's
Right.
not my area of expertise.
Maybe they build the other half and then just Lego it together.
Maybe.
Everybody who's ever built a Lego Death Star was doing it actually canonically.
Canonically,
accurately.
yeah. Honestly, yeah. But it also still works when it's half built. So I guess they don't need to build it all the way.
Yeah, they said fully operational. Was that like maybe they made it look like shit and that was actually the full build?
I think that they had to make it fully operational while they were fighting, is what I
okay.
understood, but I could be wrong. Because maybe they just half built it, so they would think that it's not fully
That'd
operational,
be
and
funny.
then it was.
Yeah, to say we've got plenty of time to keep our little
Wait, that's
rebel
kinda
shit going.
better.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, let's say that happened.
We get to make our own reality.
I do, because the movie was so long, and I still don't know that information, so I have to make it up. Okay, do you remember when one of the Ewoks died, and the other one is like, no, and he's like at his side?
I was thinking about when the Ewoks were fighting, how like childish the movie was.
Yeah.
Obviously the Ewoks are childish or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh, we're fighting a very serious war, but all of us are just like throwing rocks and then logs are blowing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I hope none of these fuckers die, but also it's so unrealistic that none of them will die. And like
And then-
as I was thinking that,
Yes, and then one of them dies.
and,
And the other one is so
completely
sad.
flopped. Yeah.
The most devastating death of this movie, I think. A lot of people died in this movie.
Hands down, the
Yeah.
most devastating. I mean, Darth Vader dies after telling his son that he saved him, and that's like sad.
And that's sad, but I'm like, it makes sense.
All of it. It's like that's 3 movies of built up. He's got to die.
He has to.
But then that little Ewok was just a cuddly
He
little
wasn't
teddy
meant
bear
to.
with
Yes.
a weird religion and was just chilling in the woods.
Yeah. And
Mine
he just
is-
like fell from too high. Now he's dead. And the
Is
other
that what
one is
happened?
like, I think so.
Okay. Well,
could be
anytime
wrong.
someone gets shot, it's just nothing and then they fall. So
That's what I was
actually
thinking.
kills them?
Stormtroopers are so funny to me because they get hit once with anything. Like one time I think a rock was thrown at one of them and they just fell
And they
backwards.
down. Yeah, or like you pick them up and drop them and they're like,
And they just
goodbye.
like bowling pins. Yeah. And I thought
You
that
win.
their armor was like
It was
bulletproof,
good,
I thought.
yeah.
They get hit once and it bounces off and they're down.
and they go dead.
Yeah.
It's just plot holy. We should have
It's
put that in the
just
plot hole section.
so silly.
Because I
Yeah,
think in the
they were still
earlier
in the plot hole
movies it
section.
does. I think in the early movies it is like good technology. I don't know.
It's not. They all fall down like bowling pins.
Oh really?
They're
Okay.
bad at
You haven't
shooting.
seen the first 3.
Oh, the first 3?
like the prequel trilogies.
No, I have not. And maybe they're better in Clone Wars too, which Baron keeps talking about.
Okay.
Our stepdad. Yeah, I don't know. They're so silly. Anyway, moving on to the technicalities. This is where I talk about the budget. So, speaking of aliens and if they breathe, which I don't know, but there are a lot more alien-looking aliens in this movie than there were in the first 2.
Okay, yeah.
Which I'm sure you saw in the recaps probably.
Yeah, not as much. I think that's where the 3 hours of fucking runtime actually comes in handy. So
For
they
all
can,
the
they can
aliens.
flesh out how many caricature creatures of just clay they've made.
Yes, exactly.
Random
and
rubber faces.
I was like, I wonder if it's because the budget's so much bigger.
Oh, was this one? Let's
Yes.
compare.
So I looked up the budgets. So the first one, A New Hope, was only 11 million. The second one is Empire Strikes Back, which was 30 million,
30 million.
which is significantly more than 11 million. And I don't know where they got all that budget because the first one fucking sucks. But then
No,
this
people loved it,
one,
right?
I mean, yes, but I didn't.
That's true. You didn't love it, so they probably should retroactively have had less money.
They should take away the money
Yes.
that they had. Yeah. George Lucas
George
should owe
Lucas
money to
should.
me.
Personally.
Personally, yeah, because for my emotional damage. And then this one was 32.5 million, which is just slightly bigger than Empire Strikes Back. But I feel like most of that budget went towards the aliens, I think, for this movie. And the
okay.
one before this, the budget went towards it being a good movie. Of the
Oh.
3, I think that Empire Strikes Back is the best one. And that's why most of the pop culture references that we get are from that one.
That's true. A lot of them are from that one.
Yeah.
So a movie is supposed to have a beginning, a climax, and an end.
Yeah.
If it's a trilogy, they'll all have beginning, climaxes, and ends. But the middle one should be like the climax, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe that makes sense.
That does make sense.
Yeah. So the aliens and then the dancing and then the random was like a little overdone.
Yeah. Well, the dancing, that part, they like overlapped CGI on top of things. And so when they're like singing and dancing, the people who were singing, I guess the aliens that were singing, were CGI overlapped, which I'm assuming before it was claymation.
Oh.
But I don't know. I'd love to watch it originally
Original?
because it makes me so mad that they would do that. Just like leave it.
They're archived. Someone's been able
Yeah.
to go back and archive the old original.
Yeah, someone commented on one of my other videos and said it's like the VHS copy of whatever year it was. But I'm like, I don't own a VHS player or whatever. So somehow I'll have to be able to watch the original ones because I feel like I'd be so much more impressed and in awe of the claymation than I would
Right.
be of the CGI, which
'Cause,
I've
like,
said
it's
many
like-
times before, but I stand by it.
Effort of hands.
Yes. And even though it might not look better, I feel like I'm more impressed with it.
For sure.
Yeah. Also, speaking of the people who were dancing, you know who Zoe Saldana is?
I've heard the name.
She plays Gamora,
Yeah.
and also she's in the Avatar franchise.
So
blue
anytime
people.
she's covered in paint, movies make $1 billion.
Movies make $1 bajillion.
Yeah,
Yes. And
that's
that's
the-
like a
that's the
thing.
meme.
Yeah. So I fully believe that if this movie was made in our time, the Green Girl would be played by Zoe Saldana.
And it would have made
And
$1
it would have
billion.
made $1 bajillion.
All
Yeah.
she would have to do is this.
She just have to dance a little bit and then get eaten. Oh my God, the thing that eats people, when it came out to fight Luke Skywalker, our cousin was like, ew, it looks just like you. And I was like, all right.
Oh, that's such a bird.
It was so good at
It's
the
like
time.
with these creepy little arms and
Yeah.
shit. It moves so slow and dumb.
Yeah, but it's like a giant puppet.
Is it?
Jim Henson, yeah.
Jim Henson.
He did
He's
Labyrinth.
everywhere. I know he did Labyrinth.
I'm just, for the
And we
the
haven't
viewers.
talked about this yet, but your mom who doesn't watch this, who's also my mom, hi mom, we wanted to talk about the nostalgia effect.
Yeah, that's true. Because every time I say that I hate Star Wars, a little piece of her dies on the inside and probably on the outside too.
Mm-hmm.
Because she doesn't have Leia's skincare routine.
Close, but not quite Leo.
Almost. She's there. Yes. So we watched Labyrinth a lot as children. I have a tattoo of it on my body. It's one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
But I've shown it to my friends and other people, and they're like, what the fuck is this? Why am I watching this? It's weird, and it's
There's puppets
dumb,
now? It's
and
yeah,
why
there's
are they...
puppets. Are you kidding me?
They look so silly. Yeah, of course there are puppets.
Fuck you and your brain for not understanding that these puppets are important.
Dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a nostalgia effect.
But it is the nostalgia effect because I watched it growing up. And that's what I feel with Star Wars is that I just missed the mark.
Yep.
I'm just too young and I didn't watch it growing up.
Nope.
Like our mom didn't try hard enough.
No, she should have really fought for that.
She really should have.
She was too busy fighting for making enough money.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Which, bad choice, Mom.
Yeah, do better.
Try again.
We could have been poor watching Star Wars and I would have been happy.
Could have been Star Pores.
Star Wars. Our niece, she is watching Star Wars at 4 years old, and she loves it.
Oh, okay. So, yes.
So it's not an
our
age thing,
sister
I
is
think.
doing a good job.
It's not like a generation thing.
It's not a generation
I think it's
thing.
like you have to
It's
watch it
well,
by
the
a certain
brain,
age.
as it's forming, your neurons are connecting differently.
Yeah.
And so the ones that fire together wire together, and you didn't wire them to watch that.
I did not.
You wired
I
them to
did
watch
not.
Labyrinth and Eat Hot, Chip, and Lie.
Yeah.
But not to the peepees.
But never to the PPs. And I was going to say something and I forgot. So,
That's my bad.
that's great. Oh, do you know what the Wilhelm scream is?
Wow! No, that's R2D2.
That's
The
R2D2.
Wilhelm scream is one that's used in all other movies too.
Ah! Not
Close.
that.
I can't even summon the sound in my head.
I can hear it in my head.
Can you?
Yeah.
Describe it. Describe the
It
Wilhelm
like,
scream.
ah!
Okay, and it's in every movie. Like
And
all
it's
the
in
time.
all the movies.
My friend Champ showed me the Wilhelm scream, described it to me, and named a couple of examples, and I haven't been able to unhear it since. And
Yeah.
since then, I've been good at finding stock sound clips. Like there's a baby laughing.
Yeah.
It's in beginning intro songs for cartoons. It's in
Mhm.
like commercials, and it's like this is the most distinct laugh. You'd think they would take a genericer one
Yeah.
and make it everywhere. The Wilhelm scream is distinct.
It is very distinct. And I think it's only distinct because we know about it.
Maybe no. I mean,
Because
I've
it just
never
kind of
heard
sounds like
another
a scream.
Does
if
it?
if you hear people screaming,
But
you're
the
just
peak
like,
and fall
oh,
off
someone
is
is.
very. Maybe you're right.
It's
Maybe
just
you're
like
right.
people fall. But now that I know about it, I mean, I've taken a lot of drama classes and acting classes, and in one of them I learned about the Wilhelm scream specifically, and they
Really?
showed us like all of the clips of it,
Nice.
of like the popular ones.
Why? Just to be funny?
Just because it's a thing that
the
happens
memes.
in film.
Yeah.
And I knew that one of them is in Star Wars, but I also wasn't paying attention because fuck Star Wars.
Was it only once in Star Wars? It's not twice in Star Wars?
I only heard it in this one.
Okay.
It might have been again.
I thought maybe I just missed it in the recaps.
No, I don't think I heard it in the other ones. I
Cool.
would have noticed, I think.
I think they probably wouldn't have used it 3 times. That'd be crazy.
That'd be too much. Then we would be like, that's
Get our money
the
back.
Wilhelm scream. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we described it, but let me describe it again for the people who don't know what it is. The Wilhelm scream is a guy named Wilhelm. I don't remember his first name. Maybe that's his
For real?
first
It's
name.
named off him?
Huh?
Wilhelm von Wilhelmstein.
Yes, that's his legal name. Born and raised, God given. He screamed in a movie one time. I think it was like a cowboy movie or something. Actually, I looked it up. Hold on.
So look around the beautiful world that we live in. And remember, sometimes you just need to let out a scream.
Yes, exactly. So the Wilhelm scream, I've looked up on Wikipedia, is an iconic stock sound effect that has been used in many films, television programs, and other media. It's from 1951 from the film Distant Drums, where the scream, allegedly voiced by actor Sheb Woolley.
Sheb Woolley!
So I don't know why it's called the Wilhelm scream then. Maybe the character was named Wilhelm? It's in
Oh.
Star Wars and Indiana Jones, which
That's the same Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford is in both. Yeah, that's funny. Maybe Harrison Ford did it.
It's Harrison Ford's own sound
Yes,
as a baby.
he owned it. As a baby, he screamed, and they're like, wait a
I
minute.
don't know why I thought it was Star Wars first. I guess that's the biggest one it's in.
Yeah,
There was a nice breeze, and now it's gone.
I know. I'm sweating, but I
Big
don't want to take
bummer.
this jacket off because,
Continuity.
yeah. But maybe if I talk about it.
How about, here's what you do. I hold your microphone, you get me talking on something, and you take it off while I'm talking so you don't even have to edit it. Then the continuity is going to be fire.
But I've already talked about it, so I'm going to take it off.
No, I'm saying like I could be talking the whole time that you're taking it off while holding your microphone, and it would be stuff you don't have to edit out, like important stuff. But now it's just
But
dumb
now it's
shit.
too late.
It's literally me talking about the concept of continuity in videography.
And now I'm going to keep that in. Oh
Ugh.
my God, my shirt is soaking wet. Okay.
Is it really?
Yeah,
You
I'm
can't
sweating
tell.
a lot. I know. It's very breathable, this shirt.
So
I love
breathable.
it. I got this shirt from you, and we're twins today because I knew you were
We're
going to wear a
twins
shirt
every
like that.
day.
Okay, so... Oh, we already talked about it, but Mark Hamill plays Philo Rosei.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. The chase scene in the forest when they're on the little things and they're chasing the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Do you know how they did that?
No.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I can teach you. They do this thing where it's green screen and they have the thing, but that is on like a thing that moves.
Oh.
Let me be more descriptive for people who aren't watching it, but it's on Spotify too.
What is on Spotify?
This podcast.
Oh, fuck. That's true.
Right.
Okay.
So for the people who aren't watching,
Well, you just lean to the side and describe what everyone else is seeing, but they'll also be inspired to go to your YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and hype. There's a new button.
there's hype.
I think so. I think it's called hype.
Ugh,
I've seen like
maybe.
2 videos say hype my video, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh.
Little button.
Yeah, hype my video. So yes, there's like a chase scene where they're on little flying things on green screen, and the forest is running in the background of the green screen. And what they do is they have them on the actual like bikes that float. And it's on this stand, and the stand moves around for how they have to move around.
Oh.
Yeah, which they do in a lot of movies. But I think that for when this came out, I think 83,
Yeah.
it was pretty good.
Back then, they were like innovators.
Yeah.
And now it's like, we've made videos with green screens, and it was not innovative.
And it was actually worse than that. But we also didn't have a 5.3 million budget.
That's
3.5.
3.5. I think
3.2.
Well, next time we might. If you hype this video enough, maybe we'll have a $3.5 million budget for our
32.5.
for our next Animal Crossing New Horizons skit.
The next one, yeah. I just can't fathom $32.5 million, and that's why it kept saying $3.5 million. That's way different.
Is it 32?
$32.5 million.
$32.5 million.
I just can't
Holy
even
shit.
picture 3 million.
Yeah.
And 32
it's a big
is
number.
insane.
No, nobody can. No, people who say they can, people are like, oh, it's like $1 million, $1 billion. You just hate rich people. I'm like, no, those are two very different fucking things.
There's a thing I saw where it's like we can live 1 million seconds, but we'll never live 1 billion seconds or
Right.
something like that.
Yeah, a million.
And it's so much time.
So 1 million seconds is like 32 years, I think. I think I'm over 1 million seconds old.
That's crazy.
And so nobody thinks million, billion, much bigger. They think million, big, billion, big, both big. But 1,000 times 32 years, if you go 1 million seconds ago, yeah, check out. I saw it.
1 million seconds is 11.57 days.
Oh, it's billion and trillion. See, even I don't understand the concepts of these numbers.
1 billion seconds is 31 years.
31.2.
31.7.
Fuck. Yeah, so almost 32.
Yeah.
30
So, sorry, 1 million seconds is 11 days, and 1 billion seconds is 31 years.
So yes, if you're like, oh, a million seconds ago, I've been working and I'm going to get a paycheck for that work soon. And a billion seconds ago, I was 1 year old, maybe 2, I don't remember. I
Yeah.
don't know my age. And a trillion seconds ago, oh, it can't be that much longer. It can't be that much longer. We didn't even have pottery yet. We, as a species, were barely doing anything 32,000 years ago. And people are like, it's the same number. You fucking losers. You absolute troglodytes. I'm so mad. I get so mad.
I know.
People need to spend time trying to understand scale.
Yep.
So that they can understand the budget of this movie that I just got you off sidetracked off.
Yes, exactly. By the way, 1 trillion seconds is 31,000 years.
Yeah, thousands of years. 31,000 years. I'm pretty sure that like we were using fucking stone tools 31,000 years ago. And also, why do you round down? Why do you truncate the 0.7?
Because I forgot it.
No. Significant digits are never
Pottery
forgotten.
Barn? What the fuck? I was like,
No, that's
75
actually been
years?
around
That's not right.
31,000 years.
I was like, pottery's been around for 75 years? Nope, that's Pottery Barn.
That's Pottery Barn.
Pottery has existed for 20,000 to 29,000 years. So not even 1 trillion seconds.
Right.
Anyway, billionaires have the same amount of money as 31 years.
That's 31
31.7
years.
years.
Yes, they make $1 every second for 31.7 years, what you're trying to say?
Which is fucking insane.
Yeah,
and they
so-
have more than that because that's only 1 billion.
So yeah, so if you make your paycheck 1 million seconds, that's 11 days. You just made your paycheck.
Yep.
They have $1 billion and they made it what you would make in 32 years because that's 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So 1,000 times a million. If you manage to make it to a millionaire status, fantastic. Good job. I'm proud of you. I'm not going to tax you to shit. But the billionaires made 1,000 times that, and 1,000 times doesn't sound very much. It's just 1,000. Just hustle harder. Hustle 1,000 days. Not going to happen. Sorry, bud.
Okay. So, at the close to the end, I don't know what the end is, honestly, because the movie's so long. But when Darth Vader and Luke are fighting with the lightsabers and Emperor Palpatine is just like watching them.
He comes down the stairs.
He's like, he's just been watching. He could have helped Darth Vader and didn't. But
Well,
I guess the point is for him to go to the dark side. He wanted anger.
Luke was hiding in the gutters like a rat, so it's not like there was.
I
any
guess,
way
but
for-
he could have
for
gotten off his
Palpatine
chair.
I found the rat.
He is the rat. Okay. Anyway, they're fighting, and I was like, wow, Luke's footsteps are very like fencing. And I was like, that's really cool. Mark Hamill must do fencing. He learned fencing for this role.
Wow.
For this movie specifically. I looked it up.
That's so cool because some of the scenes where they're fighting, they look like they have no idea what they're doing.
Yes,
but
exactly.
Then there's parts where they do. So it's like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill, I got mad respect for Mark Hamill.
I do too. He's a hustler. He's
a
in
hustler.
everything.
He's in everything. He's the Joker, like the cartoon Joker.
Yeah.
He does a good job.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could voice act like him, and I can do some voices. That's it. That's all I know. I
My,
just wish I could do as much as him, and we all do.
I know. My audacity is to really think that I'd be a great voice actor. I wouldn't.
Well, you gotta just let's make it happen. We got microphones, all right?
You're right. I practice a lot,
Yeah.
and when I sing, I like to sing as the people singing,
Okay.
which I feel like I'm good at, but I was also in my own head, so I don't know.
Oh, I
Yeah.
do that too. I'll sing and I'll be like, I know how it sounds, and ignore my own actual sound.
Right.
That's
So
why I
that's
only
probably
sing in the
bad.
car.
Yeah, I also only sing in the car with the volume all the way up.
If you sing a little more, then your voice won't crack when you do R2D2.
That's true. That's pretty okay.
That was very good. How about you edit that into the pre?
I
where
might.
You were trying your best.
I might, or I'll just keep it back here and people have to wait for it.
That's your reward for staying.
Yeah,
focused,
thanks.
Despite us not staying
Focus. Look here. Moving on. Do you know who Jar Jar Binks is?
Of course I know who Jar Jar Binks. Misa Jar Jar Binksa.
Misa. Yeah.
Misa Jar Jar Binksa.
When I was younger, one of my very faint memories of Star Wars is Jar Jar Binks.
Oh,
And I
why?
don't think I knew him from the movie. I think I just knew of him. People like would talk about him and make fun of him.
Oh,
And I knew what he looked like. And also
he's in
there,
the prequels.
yeah, I knew that. There's a dollar theater that I used to go to all the time, and there's like a statue of Jar Jar Binks there.
No way.
Yeah.
They just leave it there?
Yeah. Anyway, I really loved him because he was annoying, and I was an annoying
Yeah,
kid.
he was so chaotic.
Yeah. And I was like, I love things that are annoying because me too. So
Nice.
anyway, Jar Jar Binks, I love him. I know that he's a problematic character.
Oh, for sure.
Because he's like appropriated or whatever. He's not appropriated. What is it? He like
He's
is
a caricature.
not a good representation of whatever he was supposed to be. I don't know.
He was inspired poorly.
Yes. Anyway, in this movie, at the end, which you didn't get to, I think, they're all celebrating.
We
They're-
saw free.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
that- I heard it.
Okay, good.
I
also heard
looked
it.
at my screen when I saw it, and it was just people like from a very far distance.
Yes, but I heard we saw free, and I was like, Jar Jar Binks?
Was it?
It wasn't Jar Jar, but
Just
it was
a
like
gun
his
gun?
people. What are they called?
They're called gun guns.
Gun Gungs. Yep.
We saw the gun guns.
Gun Guns. Yes. So that wasn't in the original thing. They added that in later because of the prequels coming out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they tricked us again.
Yup. Because I was like, why would they be in that if they were
I'm
just
so, I'm
automatically?
so hard to please. I am mad that they did that because I want to see the original.
I'm also mad that they did that.
But like, no, hold on. If for sure, like pissed.
Yeah.
But if they just left it, I'd be like, they didn't even take the time. They didn't even put the effort in. How cool would
yeah.
it be if
And
they
I'd
were
never
to,
be
like,
happy.
Yeah, no matter what.
Yeah.
It'd be like, it'd be cool if they tried. It'd be cool if they put a
It'd be
little
nice if
effort
they
and
put the things in.
they
Yeah.
put stuff from the prequels into this one to give us some continuity.
Speaking of putting stuff from the prequels in,
Yes.
this is also where I talk about the scene where it's Obi's ghost and Yoda's ghost and then Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be an old Anakin, which I'll put a picture in right now, so scooch over. And it used to be old Anakin, but then they put in
Do
the
you have a
young
picture of old Anakin?
Yeah,
They're actually looking at old Anakin
yeah.
and then new Anakin. I've never
There's
seen
like
the old one.
a side to side. I'll show you. Anyway, so they did that, which I think is good continuity, but I'm also like, I don't love that they did it because why would it be young Anakin? But then I guess he goes back to when he was Anakin before he turned Darth Vader.
He was at the one. They don't want to show him looking gross with the freaking harmonica on his face.
Yeah.
I'm here for you.
I mean, true, but it used to be just like the actor, but as a normal person.
Really?
Yeah. But I do think
Isn't
it
James
makes
Earl
more
Jones?
sense.
Oh no, it's not James Earl Jones.
No, he does the voice.
Okay.
So I like that they put the young Anakin because it feels like when you die. I listen to a paranormal podcast that also has true crime. But
Does it tell you about after death?
yeah, they talk about ghosts and they're like, sometimes I like to imagine that ghosts come back as like their best selves.
Oh.
Or like the new movie Eternity that just came out with Elizabeth Olsen. I watched that. You didn't watch it, huh?
Is that a
You have
Marvel movie?
kids. No.
Eternity with Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah, not a Marvel movie.
Not Eternals.
No, Eternity. She dies and comes back, and she has to decide between her ex-husband who died in the war and her husband that she was married to when she died. It's a very interesting movie. Anyway,
I hate that premise, and I'm so sorry.
I
It's
know.
probably very cool and very cool
It's,
to
like, fine.
explore. Susie Plath's fig tree of missed opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
That one I am going to look up. You keep talking.
That's fine. So in that movie, and also what I sometimes like to think is that when you die, you go back to like the greatest years of your life.
Yeah.
And so in that movie, a lot of the people in the afterlife are like 10-year-old boys because they were happier then, or they're like in their 20s because that was their best moments.
Yes.
So I like to think that when Anakin comes back, he is his younger Anakin self and nothing about Darth Vader.
Oh, okay.
Because he was young Anakin when he became Darth Vader.
So mom is religious or was she's religious.
I think so.
And she used to tell me that when you die and you go to heaven,
Mhm.
if you're invited to the big party,
Yeah.
you're the age that humans are. The age of people is
Oh.
33 years old. Because that's when Jesus died. And I was like 8 at the time. And I'm like, what the fuck am I going to look like?
I don't
What if I
understand
die
what that
today?
means. Yeah.
So,
Wait,
But now I'm 35 or 34 or whatever.
Yeah,
So it would just be me last year. So maybe I'd be a little more muscular. That's dope.
that's cool.
Just a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah. I
That-
like
that
to
could
think
help.
that, well, I'm not super religious anymore.
Yeah,
I kind
know.
of believe in everything, but I also don't really believe in.
I believe in whatever the
things.
fuck happened in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I agree.
That's what I believe in. But my siblings went and got a tattoo of that without
Okay.
me. And you are actually not allowed to edit that out.
Okay, I will not. We did because there was a whole thing, and I will get a matching tattoo with you, actually. Let's do that.
If you ever decide you don't hate me and you love me instead.
I do love you. I just can't think of what we have in common besides, like, film, and I don't know how
Do
to
you
put
love
that.
him, Leia? Yes.
Yes.
He's my brother.
Oh,
That was from the movie.
not like that. He's my brother.
Do you love him? She didn't even hesitate. She was like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, because she was like, obviously, I
At
love
that
my
point,
brother.
She already had the. 'cause
Yeah.
She had this. It's not just like he told her, "I'm your brother," and she's like, "Really?" She was like, a connection
She's
was
like,
really happening. 'Cause,
I
like,
already knew that
the
something was
force,
close. Yeah.
Like she can know when he's alive.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, brotherly bond happens.
She
quicker
searched
when
her
you're-
feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he asks, and she's like, at that point,
She's like, duh.
that's my bro.
I love my brother.
My
And he's
twin
like,
bro.
oh, I knew it. I'll stay out of your way.
I'll stay out of your. She's like,
She's like, what? Not like that, sicko.
She's like, you're weird.
You freak. Yeah. Moving on. The most chaotic moment. Do you have one?
Yeah. Are you gonna ask about favorite moment too?
Sure.
No, sure. If you are, then I have to save my chaotic one because that's my favorite moment.
Oh, then perfect. Do both at the same time.
One of the Ewoks throws a thing, whoom.
Yeah.
And then it just pop, and they're like, oh no, I am dead because I got hit. Another one throws one, pop, and it like ties them up slightly. And then another one hits himself in the face, and then they just move on to the next scene.
That's so good.
Unceremonious.
I might have noticed that and not thought about it very much, but I love that.
It was my favorite scene.
That's so funny. I love the Ewoks.
One of my top 10s. The Ewoks are dope.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
My most chaotic scene, or I guess the moment, it's not really like, it's like a whole scene.
Yeah.
But it's when Han and Leia and all of them are captured. And then Lando and the other guy in the Millennium Falcon are being shot at. And it's all chaotic. And then it cuts to Luke and Emperor Palpatine. And Palpatine's just like mildly psychologically traumatizing him. He's like, you're going to be my servant. And now I'm your master. And you are, what does he call him? His apprentice or whatever.
My apprentice.
My apprentice. I think my lips are too chapped for that. My apprentice. Apprentice. The power. Anyway, I thought it was really funny, the back and forth of like, everyone is dying and they're like worried for their lives. And Luke is watching out the window and Emperor Palpatine is like,
you are my apprentice.
you are
now.
my apprentice.
It's like doing something important. Maybe you're at the grocery store and you like, one of your credit cards isn't working, you're going through your wallet, and then your kid is like, and that's when Bluey said to her friend that there was something else going on there. Shut up, Palpatine.
Yeah.
Like, we're in a war.
I'm busy watching stuff. I'm in a war. I can't put my change back in my wallet.
Right.
Yeah.
It's everywhere, and I just have to figure this out because
and people are waiting behind me. Oh my God, that's exactly the same thing. Yeah.
And this one's a Charizard, and this is it's a tall lizard.
Stop! I'm busy. Yeah. I thought that was the most chaotic moment.
Very.
It just like the switch up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's all I have. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, Sylvia Plath, not Sophie Plath.
Did you say Sophie?
I did.
Oh.
Or Sophie Plath or something.
Sophie Plath?
I said
Maybe.
Suppa Plath. Sylvia Plath with the fig
I
tree.
thought you said Sylvia Plath because I knew Sylvia Plath. Or maybe you said Sophie Plath and I was like, that sounds familiar.
Maybe I said Sophie Plath and you said he's not an idiot. He probably meant Sylvia, and then you whitewashed me.
Or maybe you said Sophie Plath and I said he's not an idiot. I am, and Sophie Plath is a person.
Sophie Plop is for sure the person he's talking about.
Yeah.
He's never been wrong.
Never. And I've always been wrong.
Well, yeah.
I've always said that.
No, you've never been wrong before either, because you're my twin sibling. So that makes sense
That's
that you
true.
would.
So we are both the same. You and I are Luke and Leia.
Yeah, if you think about it.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so that's all I have today.
What? Okay.
That's
cool.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was all of it. And you've
Okay.
been
I
like,
thought
oh my
you were
God,
gonna
we're
get
going so
into-
long.
You get into where it's like a favorite line.
The most chaotic moment is what I did.
You don't do favorite lines anymore?
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh my God, at the end I
Yeah.
did quotes.
Uh-huh.
I forgot that I was doing that.
Yeah,
Shit.
you were.
Let's
and
go
then
back
you
to it.
Failed.
No. Okay, let's go back to it. I forgot that I was doing that. I didn't know how to end it, and so I just was like,
You've been
let
just
me give
shutting
you a
the laptop.
quote.
Oh, that's really just because you didn't know how else to say goodbye?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'd be like, okay, love you, bye.
So now we're gonna.
Okay, so let me think of a quote. The one that's coming to mind for me, I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's when Leia is on the ground, she's been shot, and the stormtroopers come up from behind Han, and they're like, put your hands up, and she's got the gun, and Han is like, I love you, and she goes, I know, and then she shoots the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
When Han says it, I'm like, okay,
You're annoyed.
guy,
You're
that's
mad.
cool.
Yeah.
But when she says it, I'm like, okay, good callback, Leia.
Cool.
I appreciate it. Now she's cool.
Right.
I just think I'm a man hater, but I like when she says it.
Yeah, men are kind of annoying. It
Yeah.
makes sense. You just don't think any of them are beautiful, which is wild to me.
I think maybe 4 of them are beautiful. Anyway, what's your favorite quote?
I have 2.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Everyone has. It's a trap. And if that's not your favorite quote, you're lying to yourself.
When Han
Admiral-
says it's a trap.
Admiral Akbar says it's a trap. That the only reason I know his name is because the meme, and the only reason I know the meme is because I guess everybody knows memes, but
I don't know this one.
the meme of the guy with like the reddish face with a giant forehead and like kind of a squid face. And he
Yeah,
turns
yeah,
around,
yeah.
It's a trap,
Oh, yep.
and that's super popular. Like that's a meme. People will
Maybe
share
I've
it
seen
with
it,
it's
yeah.
like if it's like, oh, when your girl says you get to pick dinner tonight,
It's a trap.
it's a trap.
Yeah, that's
because
funny.
you're supposed to pick the one that your partner wants.
Happy wife, happy life. And
Happy-
I've always said that.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
sure. You got to learn that, bro. You got to learn that. So that's everyone's favorite. It's a trap.
Not mine.
Did you even say yours yet?
Yes. I said I know, but I'm also thinking there's
I know,
one
yes,
where
yes, yeah, I know.
Darth Vader's like, he says something about how it's pointless to resist.
Oh, resistance is futile. Is
no,
that in
he
this
says it's
movie?
pointless to resist
Does he say it's pointless
my
to
son or
resist?
something like that. I think.
It's pointless to
It's pointless to resist
He
my
doesn't say
son.
resistance is futile. Isn't that
I
like
don't
the
think so.
main quote?
Maybe.
No, I think I'm thinking resistance is futile from just people misquoting something.
Maybe. Anyway, those are the only two I can think of. Okay, what's your second one?
My second one is ha ha ha. There's these creatures that have like they look like they're wearing a mask of another creature's face, and they're just really dumb little aliens, but they're on the good side. They're the Alliance.
Is he in the ship with Lando?
Maybe, I think so.
Yeah.
Or there's one of him on the ship with Lando.
Yeah.
As something bad happens or something blows up for the bad guys, get something bad happen, and he likes it, so he goes ha ha ha.
Oh, yeah, I can picture that.
Yeah.
You picked the weirdest favorite quotes.
No, the first one is totally not weird at all,
Okay.
and the third one's also not weird.
Which is?
The I need to save you already have.
Yeah, that's good.
That's mad cute.
That's mad cute.
It's a little on the nose, and it's on the nose. It's okay.
Do you want to add anything else?
No.
Okay, cool. That has been this. And thank you for listening and or watching. And thank you to my brother John for being a special guest. That's him. And if you are listening on Spotify or watching on YouTube, just know that this podcast exists on both as Philm Phuckery with PH for both. If you'd like to follow me on anything, I am no longer on TikTok, but I am still on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook and Threads as PHILM PHUCKERY. And if you are enjoying what you're listening to, I would appreciate it if you would like, comment, subscribe, hype, I guess.
Hype it if that's a thing.
On YouTube, if that's a thing. I'm not with the times anymore. Rate on Spotify, follow, share. Any kind of engagement really helps.
Commenting is good.
Commenting is really good if you find the time and energy and you love me, which you should. Hello.
You can just do emojis. Don't even like overthink the words.
Yeah.
But just put heart fire.
Honestly, yeah, please. It's very helpful. And share it with your family if you want to annoy them or if you actually enjoy what you're listening to. And that's all I have to say.
Yes.
So I will see you next week for another filler episode. And then after that, I will get to what is the first one? The Phantom Menace probably is what it's called.
Yeah.
Episode 1 of Star Wars, but the 4th one to come out. Anyway, so I will see you next week. And then week after that, there will be another special guest. Okay, love you. Bye.